This video is on making a census from Family Search. We want to add it to the profile of Anders Scarin, my grandfather. So we have to be at a starting point on his profile page. We go then up to the WikiTree sourcer and click on that, and then click on Family Search. And we reload the page. And continue with Google or wherever your passwords are kept. I have more than one account, so I click on the proper account. So now we are in the family search for Andrew Scarin. And there's no census here. So what I'm going to do, just for the purposes of this video, is close Family Search and go to Ancestry. In Ancestry, it shows Anders Scarin has a profile there. We'll click on that. And we're going to take the 1920 census under Sources. So we're going to click on View. And again, since this is the source citation, we want to view the record, so we're going to view the record. If we wanted to, we could see the original record over here by clicking on that, but for the purpose of this video, we're not going to do that. We're just going to create a source in the profile for the 1920 census. So we go back to WikiTree sourcer, and for census purposes, we're always going to build a narrative with citation. So we click on that. We wait until it finishes, and now it's finished. We're going to go back to the profile because the citation is saved to the clipboard. And we're going to go to the edit page. And we're going to scroll down. And since this is a 1920 census, we're going to try to put it in the right order time-wise. His death was in '66. He registered for the draft in 1918, so 1920 goes between those two. So what I did is I put the cursor behind the reference and click the enter key twice, so that the census is going to go directly between these two with a space above and a space below. So let's see if that works. We're going to right click and click paste, because the census should be in memory on the clipboard. And there it is. So here's the 1920 census. And here's the table. However, we don't want the table to be in the profile. By the bio part of the profile, we want it to be in sources. To put it in sources, we have to move the final reference mark to the end of the table information. So we're going to highlight this and right click, and we're going to cut it. Now there's two spaces between above it and where it says border, so we want to close that up to just one space. So we're going to hit the delete button, which closes by one space. We're going to scroll down at the end of the table, and because we want to end up with a space here, we're going to put the cursor where you see it near the end and click the enter button. So now we can paste it where the cursor is and have our space be for Andrew Scarron. So I'm going to right click and paste. So there's our ending reference mark. Now we're going to scroll down in preview to see what it looks like. So here's our biography. And here's the narrative about the 1920 census right here. And we're going to scroll down further, and under 1920 census is the table under sources. And this is the way we want it. So we scroll down and we're going to enter here that we added 1920 census, and I can do the autocomplete thing by clicking down here, and we're going to save that. And we're back in the regular profile. And here's our 1920 census narrative. And under sources, it shows up down here. And if you did it right, Anders Scarron is going to be in bold black ink. If you did it wrong, one of these others will be bold, in which case you got to go back and change the name to Anders, and so you get the source with Anders at the top. Sometimes you'll get something like Edith Arthur or Arthur at the top, and you got to go back, and if you click on the right person, that right person should end up on top, and then you can do exactly like we did in this exercise. To give you an example before I leave this, I'm going to make believe say that we were on Edith, his wife. So let's go back to the census, and you notice that Andrew Scarron was at the top, so that worked out perfectly for us. But let's say we're on the profile for Edith. If we click on not her name that's in black, but her name that's in blue down here, she should appear at the top. So I'm going to click on this. And now his wife is at the top, and if we add the census to her profile, then her name will be in bold black ink. Alright, that's all for this exercise.